I'm Kathryn DeSinaasappelen, your beer mistress, and today we are trying this beer. The Martin's IPA, and I absolutely love this artwork. It is so gorgeous. I love the colors, I like the boat, I like how on the top around the neck it has the little cover with the little hop and the little leaf. It's so adorable, I love it. And then the bottle cap, it matches the artwork. I like that, and the ship is pretty. I'm gonna use my new bottle cap opener. I'm so excited, and I'm also nervous. Let's see how well this works. I feel like I'm bending it. Ooh, no, boo. Oh, I don't like this at all. Ugh. Ooh, and it's going to explode. Crap. Okay, worry about it later. Pour, 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 pour. Wait, stop. Oh. It bent my bottle cap. I am not happy with this. This is not a good bottle cap opener. Oh no, and look, it completely bent this. This was not curved before. I knew it wasn't going to be a good one. Boo, this one is the winner. It doesn't destroy my bottle caps. Oh, I know, weird things that bug me. Like this genuinely, I do not like that. It's all dented and ugly. This better taste good because now I'm going to have to get another one so that I can get a better bottle cap. Alrighty guys, so this is another beer from the box set that I got, and I specifically picked this one because it said fruity on it, and since I don't believe I've had an IPA before, which stands for Indie Pale Ale, I thought best go with the one that's supposed to taste like fruit because that means it might be sweet, and trying sweet things before you go to the bitter things accustoms your palate to new taste. So here's hoping that it's good. Here's the color, and it says triple on the bottle, but in all honesty guys, I'm not sure what goes into making an IPA and like the fermenting process, but as far as like a blonde goes, it doesn't look like a blonde. It's not an amber, and this is a really dark color. Like it almost seems like a hybrid of a blonde and a dark beer, and this is it. The head is beigey, sort of off-white. It's not white, so that probably means coloring wasn't added, which is always good when you're drinking beer. Now let's smell this. This does not smell very appetizing. It also doesn't smell really fruity to me. I'm getting sort of like a vegetable oil type smell off of it. Also sort of a floral scent, like potpourri. I don't know. I'm sort of skeptical because I've had beers that have smelled like potpourri and they taste actually really nice. So please don't taste bad. My mom would be happy. But yeah, Gesundheit. Okay, it's an okay beer. It's not a flavor profile that I would probably go out of my way to look for because it's sort of sour in the beginning, there's a salty note, and then there's a bitter note at the end. And it's a very pleasant mouthfeel, and I'm enjoying the taste of it. It's just, I don't know, I've never had this type of beer before, so it's an experience. I think if I had the choice between like this or like any other type of style, I'd probably go with the other style, but I also think that's only because I'm more comfortable with those styles. It has a very heavy feel to it. Like this is not a light, refreshing drink. I feel like you would need to have like some steak and potatoes, like something really heavy. Oh my goodness, that like blows my mind because I'm trying to think of another heavy beer that I've had, but nothing's coming to mind. And I think that's incredible that this has such a distinctive, like heavy feel to the taste of it. Okay, so this is supposed to have a fruity taste, but I'm not getting fruity from it. I am getting spiced, sort of like the kind of spices that you would find in a white beer, but nothing fruity. And because of those spices, the combination of it, it's making me think of Thanksgiving. And I think this would be the perfect beer to have with Thanksgiving because you have normally all this really great, delicious food, but it's also really heavy food. And while this is a heavy drink, I think it would offset the heaviness of the meal because there is sort of like a refreshing note that comes off of it. And I think this would just mix well with turkey and green bean casserole and pumpkin pie because it's nice. So this comes in at 6.9% ABV, and I can tell you, like, it doesn't have an overwhelming alcohol taste to it, but you can feel the alcohol when it gets to your stomach. And once it gets to your stomach, like, it's going to my head. It's an interesting experience for me because normally when it hits your stomach, in those cases, then you sort of get that queasiness feeling, and I'm not getting the queasiness. I'm just getting tipsy, and so like this beer is great. You know, be careful when you're drinking it because this is something that you'll need to pace yourself with. I'm pleasantly surprised with this beer. It's very enjoyable, and as you can tell from the beginning of this video, I had my reservations. But I will say, undoubtedly, if you've never had beer before, this probably isn't a first beer for you. This is going to have to be a beer that you work up to because there are a lot of tastes in this that I would say for a new palate is really overwhelming because there's like a sour note in this that's like the nail polish remover taste that I wouldn't say it's overwhelming, but part of me thinks that the only reason why I would say that is because I've slowly been getting used to that. Because a lot of the beers that I've been trying recently have that taste in it. That's distinctive enough for me to point it out. There's also that salty note. And I know before, like the saltiness in beers just turned me off completely. But I think the saltiness adds to that hearty taste and I find it enjoyable now. Work your way up to this because this is an enjoyable beer. And it would be a shame if like you tried it too early and it was like, ugh. Yeah, the last part of that was not tasty. I got a lot of bitterness, so I'm thinking that was just like, maybe it wasn't filtered and that was just a whole bunch of yeast, because it was not delightful. Because otherwise, except for that last bit, this was a very delightful beer. I enjoyed it. I approve of John Martin's Brewery because, like, so far, I don't think I've tried any of their beers and was not pleasantly surprised, so, like, thumbs up to them. I mean, the only downside is that I completely ruined my pretty bottle cap. I'm sad about this. Oh, they're from Antwerp. Oh, who is it that's from Antwerp? I think it's Dirk. One of my viewers is from somewhere around Antwerp, because I remember looking it up because he told me around about where they lived. Oh dear. Remember before when I was like, yeah, it's going to my head, it's in my head. I am like, wow. That's the only downside about Belgian beers is that the ABV is normally so much higher than your average American beer. You need to be able to hold your liquor, guys. I like the color scheme of this bottle, and I think the orange would even match the color scheme of Thanksgiving, so it would be like the perfect beer to serve to your guests on Thanksgiving. And like with the boat, you could just say it was, what are the 3 boats that the Santa Maria? I'm a bad American because I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember the names of like the original ships with the pilgrims, like bad Kathryn. Anyway, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment because I love hearing back from you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Tootsies, my applezines. So guys, what do you think of my new setup with the beer bottles? I had to move them around because I have too many of these 330 milliliter, centiliter, iMetric bottles, so I had to move them around. And I'm getting to the point where I need more storage for my beer bottles. And I was thinking that in Belgium, there's like 800 at least, and that's minimum, different types of beers that I will have to try. So I need to like come up with some creative storage ideas because I fully plan to own 800 bottles. Prince Charming may not agree with that, but goals, guys, goals.